Welcome to Hocify, your one-stop shop for e-commerce solutions. All right, folks, Max here. You've probably heard the hype, dropshipping. Own your online store, be your own boss, work from anywhere. Sounds pretty sweet, right? Well, let me tell you, it's definitely got its challenges. One obstacle I slammed into early on was supplier fraud. Imagine this. A customer orders a product from my store, the money rolls in, and I pay the supplier. Feeling good, ready to fulfill the order. But then, crickets. No product arrives. My customer is livid, their money's gone, and I'm left holding the bag. Trust me, it's enough to make you want to throw in the towel. But hold on a sec. Before you give up on your dropshipping dreams, hear me out. Through some rough experiences and a whole lot of learning, I discovered 5 key steps that helped me dodge these situations. Now, I'm not saying I'm a fraud-fighting ninja, but I've definitely built some strong defenses. So, if you're a fellow dropshipper, or maybe just curious about the online business world, listen up. This might just save you some serious headaches and potentially your hard-earned cash. Why this matters? Here's the deal. Supplier fraud is a real problem in the dropshipping world. These folks might advertise amazing deals, promise the moon and stars, but when it comes down to it, they're just looking to take your money and run. No product, no service, just empty promises. Now, I'm not trying to scare you off completely. Dropshipping can be a fantastic way to build a business, but you gotta be smart about it. What you'll learn. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share the 5 specific steps I took to minimize the risk of supplier scams. Think of them as my personal dropshipping battle plan. We'll cover everything from researching suppliers like a pro to setting yourself up with some bill-in protections. By the end of this, you'll have a clear roadmap to navigate the dropshipping world with more confidence and hopefully avoid the nasty surprises I faced. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to protecting your business. Please note, after the story, if you missed something, please check out the description to access the transcript for more details on our website, hocify.com, and join my newsletter to receive actionable content and e-commerce tips weekly. No spam ever, I promise. All right, so the first step in our battle against supplier fraud is all about research. You know the saying, look before you leap? Well, in dropshipping, that translates to research before you buy. Here's the thing. It's easy to get lured in by flashy deals and promises of crazy profits. There are tons of suppliers out there, some legit, some not so much. But if you just jump on the first amazing opportunity you see, you're setting yourself up for trouble. So, how do we become research rockstars? Here are a few tips. Become an online detective. The internet is your best friend. Use search engines to find information about the supplier. Check their website, if they even have one, and see if it looks professional or like something straight out of the 90s. That might be a red flag. Read online reviews. See what other people are saying about the supplier. Are there complaints about late deliveries, poor product quality, or unanswered emails? If so, that's a big warning sign. Get social media savvy. Many businesses have a presence on social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram. Check their pages and see how they interact with customers. Are they responsive? Do they have a good following? Remember, don't just rely on the information the supplier provides. Dig deeper and trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Bonus tip, don't be afraid to get a little old-fashioned. Pick up the phone and give the supplier a call. See how they answer your questions. Are they professional and helpful? Or do they seem sketchy and evasive? By putting in the effort to research thoroughly, you're essentially weeding out the potential scammers before you ever send them a dime. It might take some extra time, but it's an investment that can save you a lot of grief down the road. All right, folks, step 2 in our dropshipping defense strategy, sample orders. Now, before you go placing huge orders with a new supplier, let's take a step back. Think of it like this. You wouldn't buy a car without taking it for a test drive, right? Well, the same logic applies to dropshipping. Sample orders are your chance to test the waters with a supplier before you invest a significant amount of money. Here's how it works. Most reputable suppliers will allow you to order a small quantity of the product at a reduced price. This way, you can achieve a few crucial things. See the actual product. Pictures online can be deceiving. By getting a sample, you can assess the product's quality firsthand. Is it made of cheap materials? Does it match the description and pictures on the supplier's website? Experience the shipping process. How long does it take to receive the product? Does it arrive in good condition? This gives you valuable insight into the supplier's reliability and efficiency. Test communication. Ordering a sample allows you to interact with the supplier directly. See how responsive they are to your questions and concerns. Are they helpful and professional, or do they take forever to get back to you? Remember, a sample order is a small investment that can potentially save you a big headache. Here are some additional points to consider. Don't be afraid to negotiate. Many suppliers are willing to offer sample orders at a discounted price, especially if you're a new customer. Order multiple samples. If you're planning to sell a variety of products, consider ordering samples of each one. This gives you a well-rounded picture of the supplier's offerings. Be mindful of minimum order quantities. Some suppliers might have minimum order requirements, even for samples. Make sure you understand these limitations before placing your order. By taking advantage of sample orders, you're essentially putting the supplier to the test before fully committing. It's a chance to see if their products and services live up to their promises. This step can significantly reduce the risk of ending up with a supplier who sends you subpar products or simply disappears with your money. All right, dropshippers, listen up. Step 3 in our fight against supplier fraud is all about protecting your hard-earned cash. This is where secure payment methods come into play. Remember that story I told you about the supplier who vanished with my money? Yeah, not a fun experience. But here's the good news. There are ways to minimize that risk. Enter the world of secure payment processors. These are essentially middlemen who handle the financial transaction between you and the supplier. Think of them like a safety net. Here are a few reasons why using a reputable payment processor is crucial. Escrow services. Some payment processors offer escrow services. This means they hold onto your payment until the supplier fulfills the order. Once you receive the product and confirm everything is in good shape, the funds are released to the supplier. Chargeback protection. Life happens. Sometimes, even after careful research, you might end up with a bad supplier. In such cases, a good payment processor might offer chargeback protection. This allows you to dispute the transaction and potentially get your money back. Fraudulent transaction detection. Many payment processors have built-in systems that can detect suspicious activity. This can help prevent fraudulent transactions from happening in the first place. Here are some popular and secure payment processors to consider. PayPal, a widely recognized and trusted platform offering various payment solutions, including buyer and seller protection. Stripe, a popular choice for online businesses, known for its user-friendly interface and robust security features. To checkout, offers a variety of payment options and fraud prevention tools specifically designed for e-commerce businesses. Remember, don't just blindly accept any payment method offered by the supplier. Choose a reputable processor that prioritizes security and offers features like buyer protection and chargeback options. Bonus tip: always be cautious of suppliers who insist on using unconventional payment methods like wire transfers or personal accounts. These methods often lack the security features and protections offered by established payment processors. By using secure payment methods, you're essentially adding an extra layer of defense against fraudulent activity. It's a smart way to safeguard your finances and minimize the risk of losing money to a scammer. All right, dropshippers, step 4 in our battle against supplier shenanigans is all about contracts. Now, I know contracts might sound intimidating, but hear me out. Think of them as a written agreement that spells out the terms and conditions of your business relationship with the supplier. Remember that nasty situation where everything went south, and I was left with no product and no contract? Yeah, not a good look. A clear and well-defined contract can help prevent similar situations and protect your interests in several ways. Clear expectations. A contract outlines the specific details of the agreement, including product descriptions, quantities, pricing, shipping terms, and delivery timelines. This ensures everyone is on the same page and reduces the risk of misunderstandings. Guaranteed quality. The contract can specify the quality standards you expect for the products. This gives you leverage if you receive subpar items and allows you to request replacements or refunds. Return policy. A well-defined return policy outlines the process for returning damaged or defective products. This protects you from getting stuck with unusable inventory. Dispute resolution. The contract should establish a clear process for handling disputes that might arise between you and the supplier. This can help ensure a fair and timely resolution to any disagreements. Here are some additional points to consider. Don't rely on verbal agreements. Words can be easily forgotten or misinterpreted. A written contract provides a concrete record of the agreed-upon terms. Seek legal counsel. While you can find basic contract templates online, consulting with a lawyer familiar with dropshipping can be beneficial. They can help ensure your contract is comprehensive and legally sound. Review the contract thoroughly. Don't just skim through the document. Take your time, understand every clause, and ask questions if anything is unclear. Remember, a contract is a powerful tool that can safeguard your business interests. It promotes clear communication, protects your rights, and provides a roadmap for resolving any potential issues with the supplier. Bonus tip: don't be afraid to negotiate the terms of the contract. As the buyer, you have some bargaining power. Discuss things like payment schedules, return policies, and warranty terms with the supplier and strive for an agreement that benefits both parties. By having a clear and comprehensive contract in place, you're essentially putting on a suit of armor in the dropshipping world. It strengthens your position, protects you from unfair practices, and gives you peace of mind knowing your business is operating on a solid foundation. All right, dropshippers, we've reached the final step in our battle plan against supplier fraud: diversification. Now, this doesn't mean going into full-blown commitment phobe mode. It's about building a network of reliable suppliers, not just relying on a single source. Think of it like this. Imagine having all your eggs in one basket and then dropping it. Not a pretty picture, right? The same goes for dropshipping. If you solely depend on one supplier and they turn out to be a dud, your entire business can come to a screeching halt. Here's why diversification is your friend. Reduced risk. By working with multiple suppliers, you spread the risk. If one supplier has an issue, you have backups to keep your business running smoothly. Competitive pricing. A little healthy competition never hurt anyone. Having multiple suppliers encourages them to offer competitive pricing, potentially saving you money in the long run. Access to a wider product range. Different suppliers might specialize in different products. By diversifying, you gain access to a wider selection of items to offer your customers. Here are some tips for building a diverse supplier network. Attend industry trade shows and conferences. These events are a great way to connect with potential suppliers and learn about new products. Network with other dropshippers. Online forums and communities can be valuable resources for recommendations and insights from fellow entrepreneurs. Utilize online directories. Several online directories list dropshipping suppliers across various industries. Remember, don't just jump into partnerships with the first few suppliers you come across. Remember the steps we covered earlier: research thoroughly, order samples, and prioritize secure payment methods. Here's an additional point to consider. Maintain good relationships with your suppliers. Building trust and fostering positive relationships with your suppliers can be beneficial in the long run. Reliable suppliers are more likely to prioritize your needs and offer better service. By diversifying your supplier network, you're essentially creating a safety net for your dropshipping business. You're reducing your dependence on any single source, opening yourself up to new opportunities, and ultimately strengthening your business's foundation. Bonus tip: as your business grows, consider exploring the possibility of working directly with manufacturers. This can potentially give you greater control over product quality, pricing, and branding. Remember, dropshipping can be a rewarding venture, but it's crucial to approach it with caution and a strategic mindset. By following these steps and prioritizing research, secure transactions, clear contracts, and supplier diversification, you can significantly reduce the risk of fraud and navigate the dropshipping world with greater confidence. All right, folks, we've reached the end of our dropshipping battle plan. Remember, the goal here isn't to scare you away from this exciting business opportunity. It's about empowering you with the knowledge and strategies to avoid the pitfalls and navigate the dropshipping world with confidence. So let's recap the key takeaways from our journey. Research is king. Don't be blinded by flashy offers. Dig deep, investigate the supplier's background, and trust your gut if something feels off. Sample orders are your safety net. Before going all in, order samples to assess product quality, shipping times, and the supplier's communication style. Secure payment methods are your shield. Choose reputable payment processors that offer features like escrow services, chargeback protection, and fraud detection. Contracts are your armor. Don't rely on verbal agreements. A clear, Written contract protects your interests and outlines the terms of your business relationship with the supplier. Supplier Squad goals. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Build a network of reliable suppliers to spread the risk and gain access to a wider product range. Remember, these steps are not a foolproof guarantee against all scams, but they significantly increase your chances of success in the dropshipping world. Here are some additional points to keep in mind. Stay informed. The dropshipping landscape is constantly evolving. Stay up to date on industry trends and potential scams by following relevant blogs, forums, and communities. Be patient. Building a successful dropshipping business takes time and effort. Don't get discouraged by setbacks and focus on continuously learning and improving your strategies. Customer service is key. Always prioritize excellent customer service. Respond promptly to inquiries, address issues efficiently, and strive to build positive relationships with your customers. By following these steps and maintaining a diligent and proactive approach, you can significantly reduce the risk of supplier fraud and pave the way for a thriving dropshipping business. Remember, knowledge is power, and in this game, being informed and prepared is your key weapon. Now go forth, dropshippers. Conquer the online world with confidence, and remember, with the right strategies and a bit of hustle, you can turn your dropshipping dreams into reality. And please show your support. Like and subscribe. Again, if you missed anything during the story, check out the description to access the transcript for more details on our website, Hocify.com, and join my newsletter to receive actionable content and e-commerce tips weekly. No spam ever, I promise. Share your thoughts in the comments to gain deep insights. Let's foster e-commerce skills together.